Okay, now the aircraft is started, and we're on the part 2 of this kind of fast tutorial. So just for the displays, now the engine are started. We're going to have here the navigation display, the ND displayed on the second page, not the compass page, but the map mode here. And we're going to put our heads up, display on, adjust the brightness if needed. Okay. And we're going to set up the FMS in a second, but first we're going to do a control check to make sure everything works fine. So left, right, up, down, spoilers, up, full up, down, and let's go with flaps full. And we will do a takeoff with flaps half. And flaps half. Okay. So we are set in terms of controls. Controls are set up. So we won't need to set up the pressurization panel at the moment. It's not functional. But what we could do is prepare our flight plan to Quebec City. So we are going to go to position initialization. Okay, now to align the IUs, that would be good. Flight plan, so it will be Montreal CYUL to Quebec City CYQB. Alternate, we'll put CYRQ. And well, that should be it. Now we'll go with departure arrival, which will be a Montreal 4 departure out of runway, let's say 06 right. Should be good. Then arrival in Quebec, we'll take the arrival, will be PSAC 4 via Cinro transition, and we'll take the ILS runway 06 via RAGUP. Okay, then execute, and we should have our flight plan here coming into life. So you can adjust the range if you want to look at your flight plan. So at the moment, on our seed, it's a vector seed, so we will have discontinuity, but we'll proceed by doing a direct to as soon as we are clear of the vector. So if you look at the chart, the real life one, it will be a Montreal 4 departure, so climbing to 5,000 feet. Okay, 5,000 feet. Heading will be 057. Okay, 057, and as we don't have performance calculation at the moment, so we could assume 160 here should be fine. Set the ground spoiler armed in case of a rejected takeoff. Okay. We'll set our top of second here at 1,000 feet AGL, so that will be 1,200 basically, and that will be our minimums. Also the box where we set the minimums before landing, that gives us for the top of second a mark when we'll have to be flaps up basically and do the after takeoff check. Okay, so now we have a departure, an arrival, and 3 pages of flight plan. So as we see, there's a discontinuity, and basically we could erase this one and basically put rag up here. So we'll have runway vectors to Quebec, okay, up. Okay, at the moment, that would be fine. I don't know if we could put rag up here, but that's fine at the moment, okay. So those pages, we will climb to 140, 14,000 feet, execute. Disregard this one at the moment, it's not implemented yet. Takeoff speeds for the same. So we'll disregard those pages. They're here at the moment, but unable to be used so far in the next update. Okay, so what I like to do is have the direct to, and as soon as we take off on a heading given by the ATC at 5,000 feet, we'll do a direct SINRO, and that should do it, and continue climbing. So first climbing altitude is 5,000 feet. We can pre-select at the moment, let's say 2,000 feet, 2,500 feet per minute should be okay. We are on mission that corresponds to a GPS profile, and yeah, we should be good to go. Okay, so no radar at the moment on the ground. We don't want to give everyone radiations. So I guess we're set up to taxi. So now we're going to remove the parking brake, and we're going to, whoopsie, it's a little bit bright. Okay, that's better. And we're going to try to do a reverse pushback. Okay, reverse are on. And we're moving back slowly, as you can see here. So usually the Globemaster will guide you through this, but there is no Globemaster, just to show you that it's doable. See the nice animation also. Okay, that was a hard brake check, but fine. Okay, so as you can see, we could taxi back. So let's try to now taxi to runway 06 right. And I hope it's clear on the right. It's a big aircraft, so well. No, there are a lot of flights here, so we'll stay with the fuselage light and yeah, the taxi. I guess those. And on this part, we will go to cruise altitude and stop there, just to show you a little bit. As you can see, this is a very well modeled cabin, and we have a passenger today. And we are not anymore center line, so instead of chatting with the packs, just focus on the center line. Okay. So we will activate now the flight directors and verify the FMA modes that we have. So we will go on make sure that heading is displayed, because we're going to get vectors when taking off. So vectors, we will go to VV, vertical velocity, and up 2,500, climbing to 5,000 feet. To me, that's good at the moment. So there are slight changes that will be made on next update on the autopilot modes, but so far it works like that, and it works okay. So as any aircraft, make sure that it's properly trimmed before engaging the autopilot, or else it won't activate. Oh, we seem to be properly set up. And let's simulate that we have been cleared to line up and wait on runway 06 right in Montreal. So, okay, before going to the runway, we can go all the lights and radar. Okay. And it's clear on the left, clear on the right. And let's line up and wait. Okay, so we're lined up, waiting for the clearance. And so first we are going to go to EPR 1.1 on the brakes, and then after go to the limit. So (1.1), and we are clear to take off. So let's put the timer on. Okay, engine stable, release the brakes, and go to the limit. Airspeed's alive. (80 knots). You will see the G coming, it's the V go, means that we can go, V go. And now let's begin our rotation.
Full left.
Autopilot.
Full left.
Disregard.
Full left. Full left. Full left. Full left.
Let's increase the power. She doesn't like that.
Full
So let's continue with the profile.
Full left.
Let's trim it.
Full left.
Okay. Let's go. Flaps up a notch. 1,000 feet. We have a top of second coming. And top of second. Flaps are up. Now let's try to trim the aircraft properly, and we'll engage autopilot and auto thrust on IS 160, and she's going to the heading. And she's climbing to 5,000 feet at 2,000 feet, 2,500 feet per minute. And she's going to capture 160. We can go to let's go 200 feet and push the knob. Okay, now you see 200 is set. And heading, engage, okay. Now we are on heading. Let's go put a vector to scene row. And right click push is going to capture approximately. So let's imagine we've been given a vector of 037 climbing 5,000 feet. Proceed to scene row. So before continuing the climb, let's continue climbing to 10,000. Push it. So remember, on this autopilot, it's very important. And let's go full flaps. It's very important to always confirm by right-clicking your selection. That's where you see the select. So if you want the parameter to be followed by the aircraft, right-click to select it. So enter whatever you want, then confirm your selection. That's very important. Okay, now we are going to proceed direct scene row. You see he's calculating here a direct. Okay, I just want to make sure it goes direct here to scene row. Okay, and it's confirmed, then I execute. Now I can engage LNAV, and you see mission is coming. It's the equivalent of LNAV. So we're still climbing, heading, but we can put it here just in case, and she's going to intercept scene row. We could increase our speed to 240 knots. So remember, this is just the standby parameters. So speed 240. You see, it's there, but it's not getting followed. So to make sure, right click. And now you can hear him. Here she's going to go there. Now she's capturing the altitude. Altitude hold 240. And we are proceeding direct scene row. So let's go with the after takeoff checklist. So taxi lights off. No failures, everything seems okay. We could go with the PPI page here. It's basically a TCAST. We are using it like that for the PPI page. And now we've been cleared to climb to 14,000 feet. So to climb, again, 14, parameter, and right click. Okay, now we are VV, vertical velocity, and let's go 2,000 feet, confirm our selection, and I can adjust here. And she's climbing. So we're still, oh, we passed 10,000 feet, so landing lights, oops, off. Okay, landing lights off, and we could go barber pole, so let's go 300. Okay, let's get a buffer. 290 should be fine. Click. Will give us Mach 0.60. You could see here limit here. Okay, and she's going to level off. And 1000 to level off. And we're in the turn for the next waypoint. So make sure to put your heading bug there. And we're proceeding now, direct logbook. Mach 0.60, and she's leveling up at 14,000 feet. Okay, so I'll hold mission. All the FMAs are logical, and now we're considering ourselves established in cruise, and that's for the second part of our flight.